What's up, solutionaries? Maj 2 right here. We tapping in. Come on in. Let me know where y'all from. Give me some love in the comments section of the chat. Talk to me. We got some goals. We got some conversations today. We got a bunch of things going on. Maj 2 Ray, the Maj 2 Ray show. What's up, y'all? Come on, give me them comments. Don't just come in and be on some voyeurism shit. If you watching on X, repost. If you watching on Facebook, this might be actually the first time we stream into Facebook. Dre Harden says, Maj ain't letting you step on anybody's neck. I think that's what you're saying, but appreciate that. Sal Reese says, I hear you. Appreciate everybody. We on the good Wi-Fi. We using the phone today. All right. Again, guys, this work, BGM, I work at the Solutionary Center. All of the things we're talking about tonight, we're having this discussion, but in reality, we are putting towards all of the resources towards the work that we do in the community center. We have a community center in Philadelphia. We are trapped in an RV to get that fundraising goal done so we can keep this going. All right, guys, we appreciate you all for tapping in. Let me know where y'all from. Bookworm, what's up? Sal Reese, what's up? Everybody, let me know where you from. We listen, guys, we're going to do this one tonight, maybe 30, 40 minutes. We ain't going to be too long on this because the contradictions are clear, but I want to hear from y'all because the contradictions are clear to me. You know what I mean? Super Weapon says, Maj, you and Larry need to do another live stream together. You got you and one live and Larry Sharp on another screen. Oh, shoot. That's how I got everybody. Make sure y'all follow and support Larry Sharp. OG extraordinaire. You know what I mean? Liberty legend, Larry Sharp. It's looking like Larry's going to run for governor of California. Excuse me, governor of California. Governor of New York again. You know what I'm saying? Crabgrass in North Carolina by way of Baltimore. Listen, guys, if you're watching on whatever platform you're watching on this, do us a huge favor and repost the content, repost the show. This happens, whether that's our work at BGM, whether our work at fundraising for the center, Stop the Bleed classes, all of these things happen because of support. Again, trapped in an RV for the next 90 days. We need, I think, 420 something, 1920 more donors at the $100 level to keep all of these classes that we discuss free to all because of your voluntary support. So thank you to everybody supporting that. Now, today, we got something special. I'm questioning the entire Trump administration as it relates to their picks and if it's more of the same. Now, let me be clear on what I mean when I say that, y'all. Okay? We all know it's generally politics as usual as it relates to politicians. Okay? Politicians. We all know that this person says one thing, they campaign on a different thing while they're running, and as they're running, they say all the things that they think that the general public wants to hear. Then they get in, and when they get in, it's a switch up. It's so normalized for the contradiction to be that blatant that we don't even call it out anymore. Okay? And for the first time in a very long time, maybe the Trump administration in general, but by and large, for the first time in a very long time, we would hear people actually say he's not one of them. Trump's not one of those people. Trump's not one of those guys. Again, guys, that's the link where you guys can support the work. GiveSingo.com/solutionary. And we saw the first 2016. Trump's in, boom. He has some bad picks. His administration had bad picks. And I mean the people that he appointed, just it was like, what is going on? Right? Even down to what's his name? Pence. We saw how Pence did the 52 fake out on him. We saw that. Then we see him come back in 2020, go up against Biden. They stalled a whole global economy to make sure that Trump wasn't in office. We don't want this dude in here again. So much so that we're going to call the flu COVID. We're going to print up a whole bunch of money. We're going to, and some of that shit Trump was with. That Operation Warp Speed, he was with it, bro. Let's keep it real. If you're a solutionary, if you are here to because you're probably an objective thinker. You're probably not the person that's just running around saying, "Yo, I'm just going to try to get somebody to agree with me." If you're a solutionary, you're probably beyond seeking confirmation bias. That's just what it is. Okay. So when he got those things wrong in office and he made certain moves that Biden's in, nobody in this chat is going to be like, yeah, we would have preferred Biden for 2020 through 2024. Nobody's saying that, and nobody's saying that you should. But you also recognize that that first term he made some mistakes. He goes again, he runs one more time, and it's somewhat like almost sweet irony that he became second in place when the steal was on, the cheat was on for the 2020 election. Because we had 4 years of the worst. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I'm like, ugh. The worst president of all time. Okay? And in the process of having the worst president of all time, damn near every American, even some that did vote for Biden, was like, absolutely not. Can't do it again. Trump in a landslide, third go round. Now, saying all of this to say, in the process of that, we have to be careful. We got to be careful because I don't know if y'all all saw the Matrix Part 4, the worst Matrix of all of them, the absolute worst. However, it did, in theory and indeed, do exactly what it was telling you in the movie, which was the Matrix will use a thing that you thought was a tool for liberation or a tool for whatever, and it'll co opt that and utilize it to further enslave you. Okay? And so you have to look at the fact that damn, maybe this landslide and maybe everybody just wanting Trump and this huge landslide was because the Matrix wanted Trump to be in office. And you have to that's a legitimate question to ask. That's not too crazy. That's not too wild. Because you go on an international tip, damn near all of his picks on the international tip is like straight up Zionists. And I'm like, damn. This seemed like Israel first on the international tip, not America first, a little bit. But you give some room because you're like, hey, he's got to make room. He's got to do whatever. Hopefully, he's learned from the first administration. It's not bugged out. So you obviously want him more than a Joe Biden. Joe Biden taps out, or the Democratic Party makes sure that Joe Biden taps out, right? Because remember, they told you that he was good to go. Then as soon as they was like, nah, they was like, we want Kamala in there. They run Kamala, and you're like, hell no. And everybody unequivocally who did not like Kamala Harris for the 3 years that she was invisible damn near, they fired their media machines up and they said, we're going to give you the first black Indian woman. And unequivocally, America said no. All of this is feasible. All of this is not crazy. But some of us was like, I don't know. I don't know about Trump on this one. He had some anti-gun positions last go round. I don't know if I want to champion him this hard, but the other alternative was so horrible that you had to. You damn near had to. Unless you were advocating for a libertarian, and that situation was all fucking insane. Chase Oliver, hell no. So you damn near by default was like, we got to go Trump. And that started to make people like me go, this was a little too easy. But he gets in. And he starts putting together a dream team. Before he's even in, he starts recruiting RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, at the time, Vivek Ramaswamy. You know, you had this damn near motley crew of Avengers, and the memes abound. The memes abound. And you start to go like, holy shit, man. You get Elon Musk in there. You get all of these things, and you start to go, okay, this is diverse without being like fake woke, right? This is you throw Cash Patel potentially in there, and you're like, okay, I can go with this. But then if he gets in, because now you got this Avengers movement. You got all of the disaffected Democrats that are in essence saying, yo, we are tired of what the Democratic Party has represented. It's not the Democratic Party of John F. Kennedy, Sr. Okay? It's not that Democratic Party. But you go, you know what? I see people striving. I see Tulsi used to be a Democrat. I see shit. Trump used to be a Democrat. Okay? Super weapons with the $10 super chat. Maj mentioned the Matrix 4. They nailed that Inception level reversal co-op in that movie. Quote, the more anxiety and fear you create, the more power, aka money, we get out of you. You understand? Guys, we're gonna ask for 15 folks to donate at the $15 level. I can't see what the goal is for fundraising for the super chats. But guys, if you can, all of your work, all of your super chats go towards our work. And if you want to donate directly, givesingo.com/solutionary. So everybody's seeing this. And people that are moderate, right of center, even some Democrats are going, this makes sense. This makes sense. And lo and behold, election night happens and he's in there and he does it again. Trump does the impossible twice. Or does he? Or did he? Because now he's in there and we start to go, man, he going to gain some steam. And within that first week, we start seeing things happen and moving. And we start going, oh, okay. All right. All right, Vivek ain't going to be on it. Okay, cool. Byron Donalds ain't going to be on it. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. But, we got a motley crew still. Then the Cash Patel interview comes out on the Sean Ryan show. It's so many people that you're like, okay. So we ignore some of the path. We ignore some of the things because we say, let's see what happens when he get in there. We don't want to let good be the enemy of great or however that shit go, right? And then he starts naming people, and one sticks out. So, somebody just brought it up. Crabgrass. Then he mentions Pam Bondi. Crabgrass says, I'm not feeling Pam Bondi off the rip. Off the rip. Now, for those of us that paid attention to state politics, especially around the area of Florida, we go, this is a bad move. You know, now mind you, it was after the Matt Gaetz situation. And honestly, I feel like Matt Gaetz still could have got through. I think Matt Gaetz still got through. Could have got through. But Matt Gaetz fall back, he step out, they get the Pam Bondi situation. All of us were like, damn, man from Missouri would have been a better pick. The AG over there, who's been super pro-constitutional, super pro-Second Amendment. Some of us were like, this Bondi thing, I don't know about this. But then we go, but wait, if she the AG, she going to be a dog. She going to go after the folks. We ignored her red flag laws. And I say we in the sense of us on right of center. Not me specifically. I was very critical. I was like, ugh. Pam Bondi was down with the red flag laws down in Florida. It's just what it is. And it starts to make me start going, wake up again, wake up, wake up. Because Trump, first term, wasn't super pro-gun. Let's just keep it let's keep it real, keep it a buck. He wasn't super pro-gun. Take the guns first, due process later. That happened. So some of our PTSD started cracking. Like, oh. But some of us still said, okay, we don't want to let good be the enemy of great. Let's watch and see what happens. Then that first week, 2 weeks, shit is happening, man. We doing this, we blocking this. Then we get the 900-pound gorilla in the room known as Elon Musk. Hey, I'm here of service. I'm going to do Doge, right? We're going to do the Department of Government Efficiency, which makes us again say, we don't want to be that guy. We don't want to be that person that's like, yo, he didn't fix everything in a week, so it's horrible. So we be quiet. We got Elon in there, slash it with the Ron Swanson energy. So we're being objective and we're ignoring certain things. But now it's been 1 month in. The State of the Union address is tomorrow. And we got to deal with the reality. Fast rewind last week. Pam Bondi tells people, social media, I have the Epstein files sitting on my desk. Now let's go back further. One of the major campaign promises was this Epstein list. Ain't gonna keep. Now we wasn't concerned about Trump getting us into new wars, because even though he was still warmongering and selling shit, selling a whole bunch of weapons and things of that nature, He ain't get us in no new war. So we go, all right, cool. We ain't tripping too much. 38 people watching on YouTube. Let's get those likes up, everybody. Guys, comment also. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching from X, if you're watching from Rumble, if you're watching from Facebook, if you're watching from YouTube, just give me a comment or something. Make sure you share this all over the place. A repost if you're watching from X. So again, we not questioning it. We just going, I'm objective, but I'm going to be a little quiet. Okay? Climber Shadow says YouTube. Unc Tay says YouTube. American in Europe. So we start to go, you know what? Let's look at, and when the rubber start meeting the road. We were promised Epstein list day one. Now, not just the Epstein list. Epstein or JFK files, MLK files, day one. Some things go down. It's a little pushback. All right, we ain't tripping too much. He gonna chill because we gotta get Cash Patel in there. We gotta get RFK in there. We gotta get Tulsi in there. So we still being a little quiet. We still going, all right, let's not rock the boat too much, but it's been some time now. But we looking. And Pam Bondi, Red Flag Bondi. My bad, y'all. Red Flag Bondi decides to say, hey, I'm going to phase one you on the Epstein list. I'm going to we're going to roll this out. After you just said, we got this on my desk right now. And then all of a sudden, they decide to tarnish the image and the process and the powerful work that they've made with Doge and all of this. Everything else looks like they rocky. They won the overdogs. But then it starts smelling like more the same to us. More of the same. They summon right-wing social media so-called influences. And I say so-called because of the fact that I have respect for Scott Presler and the work that he's done. I got respect for him. And if you get that call to the White House, you don't not go as a social media influencer. But you got to ask, why did they send it to social media influencers? If it was on your desk, Pam Bondi, if it was on your desk, why not put it on a government website and make it available? So they do the phase one thing. Mind you, this list has already been out, the client list, meaning the list of the flight logs and things like that, right? Then we start looking and we go, I'll be damned if the people that's on this list that Bondi's talking about, mind you, she says she got the whole thing on her desk. I'll be damned if that list that she given in the phase one is less than the list of names that was already publicly available for over a year. Now Bondi looking funny in the light. But let's put a pause on that for a second. Let's pause that for 1 second. RFK Jr. get through. Cash Patel get through. So we got other Avengers team. We just might need some more time, and we just was deflecting over here while we got the other folks in. Because that's always the argument. 4D chess, 3D chess, 5D chess, 8D chess. Okay, maybe. RFK Jr. was a powerful voice, another one, a part of a legendary political family. Obviously, the Kennedys. Legendary. Ran as an independent, tapped out, joined up with Trump. Like it looked like a wrestling event. Okay? He's made his claim to fame off of the conversation of vaccine. That's his strong suit. That's his wheelhouse. That's his wheelhouse. Okay? That's his wheelhouse. We don't rock with the vaccines. They a problem. Some of these people make certain statements that we start to go, wait a minute. Well, as they at Senate confirmation hearings, as RFK Jr. did, making some concessions, and we say, no. This is what they got to do to get in. Just let them say what they got to do to get in. And then the question starts to swear around by more principled of us. Say, why would we be okay with supporting someone that would lie to get into the spot? What stops them from lying once they in the spot? Some of us say it because we're starting to see this looking a little all too familiar. So we asked that question. We asked that question. Gray Matters with the $20 super chat. Thank you, guys. I think we need like 10 more at the $20 level. Guys, if you can, give it the super chat. All of our work, this content even, is continuing because we have the resources to make this content as well as doing the other work. So whichever way you want to support, super chat, let's get 10 more, 9 more, whatever the number is, or givesingo.com/solutionary. Okay? So we thinking something looking a little funny and light. We see RFK Jr. kind of hemming and hawing around them questions around vaccines during the Senate confirmation hearings. We go, nah, bro. We gonna really try to be quiet because he trying to get in there. Some of us more principled and passionate go, nah, he shouldn't have to lie to get in there. The Democrats ain't gonna give him the love regardless because it's Trump's guy. It's a Trump pick. So why would we want him to get in there and lie to the American people? If you got the vote, you got the votes. If you don't, you don't. There's an argument to be made for both sides of that conversation, and both I think are legitimate. From a tactical standpoint, don't rock the boat. From a principled standpoint, fuck rocking the boat. The boat is wrong. The ocean is wrong. We right. Very serious perspective. And now it culminates. And today I saw this. I'm going to read this to y'all. Hold on. Stay with me, solutionaries. RFK Jr. changes stance on measles outbreak as virus spreads. Health Secretary, now he's in there. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has shifted his stance on the U.S. measles outbreak, calling it serious after previously describing it as not unusual. Now, let me tell you, this is from the BBC. Now, this is how they get you. This is how they handled it. Okay? Last week, Kennedy, who has spread misinformation about childhood vaccinations, faced a backlash from public health experts after he appeared to minimize the outbreak, which killed an unvaccinated 6-year-old for the first time in a decade. Then on Friday, in a post on X, the health secretary backtracked saying, quote, I recognize the serious impact of this outbreak on families, children, and healthcare workers. The measles outbreak in Texas is a call to action for all of us to reaffirm our commitment to public health. Okay? Let me read some more here, y'all. Let me read this real quick. Kennedy had yet, because I want to give both sides of this, Kennedy had yet to encourage people to get vaccinated, a move local health officials said was critical to help slow the spread of the virus. Quote, it will be nice to have some confidence coming out of the powers that be at the national level to show that this is a good vaccine, end quote. Ron Cook, a family physician and Lubbock health official leading the response against measles, told BBC last week. The U.S. declared measles, quote, eliminated from the country in 2000, but in recent years, as anti-vaccine sentiments have risen, the country has seen several outbreaks of the virus. Now, you changing your stance on a key issue. And in the process of changing that, doing that political speak, doing those political wordplay, them games, as opposed to going, no, mRNA vaccines, my position is that on this. And we do need to pay attention to this, but no, I'm not changing the statement. They start saying these vague things that makes everybody that goes, the core issue that we gave you our support from, because nobody's debating the fact that he wasn't all over Fauci's ass the whole time about mRNA vaccines and how they're being currently used. We're not going to act like that didn't happen. But they give in the position, they lie to get in the position a little bit, or they change their statements a little bit to get in the position. Then when they get in the position, then their statements become a little bit more vague. Okay? And I'm concerned, just like Bondi, just like Kennedy, very anti-gun. I was very critical of RFK Jr. Don't talk that anti-gun shit to me while you're running for president. Then when he fell back off of running for president, okay, he's just going to be the head of something, health and services, whatever that's going to be. If he ain't got no conversation about pro-gun, All right, if we assembling an Avengers team and he not talking about guns, Trump acknowledged this. He not talking about guns, but you notice the whole Trump administration right now ain't talking about guns. Just not. So now we're starting to see, it's just using this RFK Jr. as an example, we're starting to see that vague conversation go from super definitive, I am against these things, to vague and vague to kind of get in the job, to vague to I'm in the job. I'm already in. Now why not? No, we need to look at this. But this decision is going to be up to the parents, not, oh, well, maybe it's serious this time. And no, because this start to look funny in the light. So all of the things that we said we were going to get from this administration, I'm starting to go, more and more of us that are principals start to go, damn, don't look like we're getting that. So now we here on RFK Jr. Let's do one more and then let's double back and let's scoop them all up in the net. To everybody that's tapping in now, please make sure everybody share the space all over the place. Comment, guys. Comment. If you're watching on YouTube, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Maj 2 right here. We going streaming every day. Monday through Friday. We back, baby. We back. I'm trapped in the RV. I got to engage with y'all. We got the fundraise. We got to talk. We got to communicate. And we always, as solutionaries, are always going to make sure that we leave with solutions. This ain't just about us chatting. This is us about having conversations around serious issues, and nothing is more serious than one of my earlier streams back than the first thing seems like somewhat contradictions and some of the things that we didn't get from the appointees of President Donald Trump so far. But we're gonna wrap it all in. Let's go Tulsi. Scrap and Beauty said, let's go Tulsi. Let's go Tulsi. Okay. Danielle Carrillo says, I think the way he has to work this is that he's going to have to get the research done so that they can deny it because of what he said in his confirmation hearing. I'm not sure, but I'm looking. It's all looking funny in the light to me. We talked lightly about Bondi. We're gonna go back to her. We now just went on some of the seeming contradictions on RFK Jr. That's like me starting to say, if I get an appointment on the federal level at the executive level branch, right? And y'all started hearing me say things like, well, we do really need to kind of look into background checks. And I don't mean background checks as it relates to getting rid of them, because that's my position. There should be no 4473. There should be no ATF. There should be no Gun Control Act. There should be no National Firearms Act. I'm very clear on that. But imagine if I got into the spot where y'all was like, well, Trump appointed Maj and he needed a Senate confirmation here. So when Maj isn't talking about the Second Amendment or avoiding that question, he got to do what he got to do to get in the seat. Okay, but then I get in the seat and then I'm coming off vague. Y'all going to start to go, Maj looking funny in the light. Okay? City 1010 has an objective perspective, says perhaps he got new information that allowed them to correct his stance. Again, due to objective truth and not pressure. So that would contend that all of his research and all of the information around autism levels rising damn near goes parallel with the amount of vaccines that we have to give our children now. That is not like just because RFK Jr. said it. There's data. I ain't talking about manipulated stats. I'm talking about data. When we didn't have as many vaccinations needed for children, we didn't have as many problems with autism. That's not a conspiracy theory. So under that thought process, it would mean that the objective information, the data is in opposition to what the data already is. And he's already done all of that research. He's got the books. This is the reason why we liked him in the first place. It's the reason why I was like, all right, if he's going to be in that spot, that's cool. I was quiet to a certain extent about his perspective on guns. When I was speaking, and I was set to speak at an event where he was at, and his section was going to be pro gun control. My position was going to be, yeah, bring y'all guns. We don't care. Okay? So even that, my thought process was, if he over there, I ain't got to talk about his Second Amendment shit, because he ain't got nothing to do with that. Unless he in control of something, and then he says the gun violence situations is a pandemic that we now need to handle this differently. When you were the head of the NIH and shit like that, you can try to get things slid through that way. I'm just trying to tell you, I'm being objective. Okay? Him saying he focusing on the country's health and looking like what's a backslide is a cause for concern. And the bigger thing about tonight's space or live and stream is a lot of these folks is looking funny in a light on the things that they were their core things. And the question is, are we going to get out of the appointees, the Donald Trump appointees, the things that we said we were going to get? When you're talking about making America healthy again, and you got that type of damn near backslide, when you talk about we're going to get the Epstein files, the JFK files, the MLK files, it's been a month, we ain't got none of them. Let's fast forward. Let's not do Tulsi. Let's jump to Kash Patel. Kash Patel's in there. He had an amazing interview on the Sean Ryan show, which made me go, Kash rules everything around me. I want him. I don't want the FBI to exist. Let me be very clear. The ATF, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the insert all of the above are boutique rogue agencies that should not exist. That is the reality of it. That's the reality. That's how I feel about it. But at the bare minimum, if we got somebody in there that wants to Ron Swanson the bitch, hopefully you guys get the reference. If you don't get the Ron Swanson reference, comment below. Tell me, hey Maj, I don't get the Ron Swanson reference. But if you don't get it, comment and I'll tell you. But if we got a Ron Swanson energy at the head of the FBI, which it seems after that Sean Ryan show interview that's what he was, all right, I'll take that. When he says day one, everybody got a fucking day one. All of these people talking about day one, I do this, day one. He gets on the Sean Ryan show and says, day one, I would close down this section of the FBI. I would make this part a museum. I would let all of these other people, they would go be cops. You guys are cops, go be cops. Go chase actual crime. And I'm like, bet. I don't want this agency to exist, but can we at least have an agency that's not spying on, manipulating, violating the constitutional rights of Americans? And actually going after actual crime, robbers, rapists. Then we'd go Kash Patel. Kash Patel gets in office. Damn near first week. First thing he's talking about is support for our number one ally, Israel. Huh? Hold up. And again, we give a little bit of room because Trump ain't never pretended like he wasn't a Zionist. But wait a minute, why you gotta damn near kiss the ring too, Kash? What the fuck do you have to do with Israel if you the FBI and you talking about finding people that kill people and it's running around on a national level? What's going on? What's going on? Then, okay, Kash, you get you through the confirmations. We ignore some of the negligence or the things that you say, same thing. We ignore it because we got to get in. We got to get him in the position. Got to get through the Senate confirmation hearings. He can't get up there and do too much whoop-de-whoop-whoop-whoop. Same conversation over and over. We said the same thing for Tulsi and her weak Second Amendment stance. We said the same thing for Pam Bondi. We said, Tulsi, for RFK Jr. We said the same thing. Just be quiet. Don't rock the boat. They got to say what they got to say to get in. And then the principled of us go, why would we be okay with them lying? Why? Kash Patel does the same thing, gets in. Now you got your guy and the head of the FBI. Now Pam Bondi says, we going to release them Epstein files. You do this bullshit phase one, celebrity driven, smiling with binders rollout. Kash is in control of the FBI. You say your AG, Trump's AG says, I got these on my desk. Then you go, oh, the FBI didn't give us all of them. Wait a minute. Kash is in control of the fucking FBI. What's going on? What's going on? You just told me the files was on your desk, champ. Bondi, we ain't even tear you a new one yet because of your anti-gun red flag supporting positions down in Florida. We was riding because we didn't want to look like we was the people that was standing in the way. You know when else that shit happened? When black people was not being critical of Barack Obama once he campaigned for one thing, then he got in the office and did the exact opposite because we didn't want to look like the person tearing down the black dude. Oh, I know he campaigned on ending Guantanamo Bay, and he didn't close it. Now Trump talking about we're going to keep Guantanamo Bay open for some of the illegals. We know that Obama said, I'm going to get out of the Patriot Act. And as soon as he got in, he re-upped on the shit. But we didn't want to say nothing, especially black folks. You know, some white folks didn't want to look racist. Some black folks didn't want to look like, oh, you just stopping the movement. As soon as the black president get in, here you come. No, it was called a standard and critical whatever. So now we doing the same exact shit. So Kash Patel is in control of the fucking FBI. AG Pam Bondi says she had all of the data or the paperwork for the Epstein files on her desk. And if Kash Patel is in control of the FBI, and now they're trying to blame it as if, oh, the FBI, some members of the deep state, that shit is cat. Y'all going, that's the same thing as just trust the process, bro. Remember during 2020, oh, they rounded them up. There's going to be military tribunals. Fucking all of the pedophiles going to get arrested. There's going to be this. They building tunnels. All types of QAnon bullshit. Remember that? Remember that? What happened? Hillary ain't even locked the fuck up. What's going on? Tell me in the comment section where I'm wrong, solutionaries. Tell me where I'm wrong. I'll accept it. If y'all stump me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I ain't going to lie to you. So now we ignored all of these people's shortcomings. They seem to slow up off the gas to get in. We allow that to happen. They get in. Now they speaking vague. Now they got forked tongues. And we allowing it to happen. So either is Kash Patel in control of the FBI? Does the FBI serve at the behest of the commander-in-chief? Because that's how it's supposed to go. So now they saying, the department, the FBI, the SDNY. The SDNY. This guy, the head over there, he's suspected of holding up and destroying Epstein list files. That's what they saying now. They doing that to make that shit look like it's okay and, oh, such and such destroyed the files and we weren't in charge all the way and they got rid of it. Now this dude just resigned today. Resigned. Not fired. Not brought up on charges. Today. Let me look it up because I don't want y'all to believe me. I don't want y'all to believe me. I'm going to read it for y'all. Head of... Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Head of FBI New York office forced out after criticizing Trump pursuit of agents investigated in January 6th. Now that's cat. This the person that's in charge of the New York situation is saying, they saying this is the one that's holding up the paperwork for the Epstein files. That's what they saying. Even though the Epstein file list been out forever, they're not showing you the victims. They're not showing you the client list. They're not showing you whatever because now the conversation starts to float around. Holy shit. Maybe Israel government and maybe if Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad agent or asset at least, maybe that's the situation. So now they letting this dude resign. Y'all said it was going to be fire and brimstone. You got Kash Patel and head and shit. And you got Dan Bongino as the deputy FBI director now. Okay? We got the... Now, Bongino talk Israel is close to my heart. What the fuck that got to do with anything? This is where we are, solutionaries. So I'm asking y'all, because I'm just presenting the information. Is the Trump administration, at least his picks, are they more of the same? Are they more the same? Because after a while, when the ducks start ducking and quacking and walking, at a certain point, we supposed to go, that should have ducked. You are not supposed to be so blindly loyal to this concept of MAGA or even MASH, anybody. You are not supposed to be this loyal to that concept that you're not allowing your eyes to show you and your ears to hear you, them ducks walking and quacking. Pam Bondi is horribly anti-gun and red flag. We ain't even got to go into Tulsi. Y'all know Tulsi's history with anti-gun sentiments. These people were all Democrats. Cash Patel is in a position. He been quiet as the church mouse. The only thing I heard that motherfucker say was his thanking President Trump for the confirmation once he got in. And then I seen a video of him talking about Israel. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong, solutionaries. Now, they're about to allow the head of the New York guys, right? The New York feds, the FBI, that they saying they was holding up on the paperwork, the Epstein stuff. He might be destroying it. Now he's going to resign. This is what he says. I've been told many times in my life, when you find yourself in a hole, sometimes it's best to quit digging. Screw that. I will never stop defending this joint. Dames Dinner, he wrote in the email to colleagues, knowing that he was not given a reason for he's not given a decision. Okay? He's saying, oh, I'm quitting because of how Trump is handling the J6 people. All that shit is cat. On one hand, y'all saying he responsible. They're trying to make it look like, oh, we got in and they had shredded all of the evidence. Okay? We shredded all of the evidence, but y'all letting this person or the people responsible go. Letting them resign. I don't give a fuck if you resign or not. If we found out that you destroyed evidence, because let this have been the left, and we heard that Trump had documents at Mar-a-Lago. 33 charges. But we ain't doing that. We letting people leave and get their damn pension. Tell me where I'm wrong, solutionaries. Tell me how I'm seeing this wrong. I want y'all to tell me right now how, Maj, you a high school dropout. Call me every name in the book if you 1000% see how I'm wrong here. Call me every damn name in the book. But everything starts to look like cat. Same as. While Doge is over here going, we're saving. Here's our savings. First of all, if those is tax dollars, I want all of the money going back to the American people. The money that you save for USAID, all of that need to go back to, we need a tax return and not $5,000 because that math ain't mathing, right? So on one hand, y'all saying Doge, saving all this money, but at the same time, Republicans in the GOP is asking for a debt increase. The increase. Only principled politician willing to say no, Thomas Massey. No, I'm a no on this one. This year, we're going to add $328 billion to the deficit. This year, no. So on one hand, y'all saying Doge, and the forked tongue happens, and y'all like, raise the debt ceiling. Raise the debt limit. It's the same thing. Oh, it's going to be fire and brimstone. Cash is coming for you once he gets in. It's going to be a struggle to get them in, so don't rock the boat too much. They get in and they've done nothing. I want y'all to, in the comment section, roast me if I'm wrong. You know what happened this month too? Somalia got bombed twice. The Trump administration did it. Somalia got bombed twice. I want to be clear about that. Somalia has been bombed 2 times in a month. Okay? Kenneth Lott, thank you for that super chat. Says I'm 1000% correct. Appreciate you, bro. Okay? That happened. It's not me making it up. Tell me where I'm making it up. I'm not. Somalia bombed twice. Somebody tell me real quick. I know the answer. I want y'all to tell me in the chat, comment section. Tell me. How much money since the Trump administration has been in office has been sent to Israel? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me the numbers. Put in the comment section. Somebody please let me know. We talking about ending all of the foreign aid, because that's what I'm on. End all of the foreign aid. But somebody tell me, since Trump has been in office, how much foreign aid has been sent to Israel? Put it in the comment section. Okay? This is where we at with it. And now we got to be more vocal about it. I'm gonna do a rundown for y'all real quick. Let me give everybody the rundown. Because then they'll say, like, Maj, you just tripping because whoop-de-whoop. Maj, you just mad because... All right. Let's look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. I'm gonna pull it up. 16 billion. 16 billion. 16 billion to Israel. Trump has been in office for 1 month. What do we mean no foreign aid? Why are we whining about the money that we sent to Ukraine in 2-3 years? 350 billion. Some weird number like that, right? Give or take. But in 1 month, we've sent 16 billion to Israel. 1 month. Have we gotten the Epstein files? Nope. Nope. Have we've identified some of the waste, but then we just approved a bill, the GOP, the GOP approved a bill that says we just added 328 billion to the deficit. So we complaining about the 330 or whatever that number is in billion that was sent to Ukraine over years, but we just signed something where we could print the money up. We could turn the money printing machines up and get that more added to the deficit. We said we was going to get the Epstein files. They didn't even talk about the JFK files, the MLK file. Now, that might be something they toss us a little bit later on. But we said all of that. We haven't gotten that. The person that's in control of the whole FBI is quiet as a church mouse because he's talking about we got to stand with our number one ally. What's going on? Is the Trump administration's or Donald Trump's appointees, are they more of the same? I want y'all to comment. Tell me what y'all think. Are they more of the same? First month in. Maybe change month 2, month 3, maybe. But first month in, are they more of the same? RFK Jr. pushing for vaccines, MMR vaccines for measles. That's what he's pushing for. MMR. He said it. Hey, we might need to do that. The one thing that we fucked with you for. We don't fuck with you because you speak so well. You sound like you've been chewing glass the whole time. I don't care that you're 70 years old and jacked. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about that. I give a fuck about you making America healthy again and telling people, well, maybe the MR, the vaccine for the measles joint. Maybe. No. The answer is fucking no. That's the answer. So it's looking like more of the same to me. And it looked like I was objective. We gave it a shot. But month 1, no. What has the Trump administration made due on? Somebody tell me. Because we're about to wrap up, solutionaries. Somebody tell me what the Trump administration in this month. And again, we got 4 years. So I want to be very clear. We got 4 years. And I'm not letting good be the enemy of great or however that shit go. But month 1, the big things that we have some control over. Okay, boom. Let's look at what was said. Guido says Trump hopefully vetoes the bill, but still doubtful. All right, that's fair. Here's a win. Right now we got Ross. Not mad at the Ross pardon. Danielle Carrillo says no men and girls sports. Not mad at that. But that could be happening on the state level. I would rather parents stop involving their children in school sports where there's allowed to be boy and girls engaged. I would rather the free market take care of that, and we don't have an additional 328 billion on the deficit. I would rather parents fight that fight, right? By boycotting and not doing certain shit, not sending their children to be a part of it. I would like that to happen, and maybe not another 16 billion going to foreign aid. I'm sorry. I would. But I'm not going to push back against y'all too much because I asked y'all, I said, hey, what wins do we got? So this the wins. We don't got the Epstein files. These are the losses. We don't got the Epstein files. We still sending billions of dollars in 1 month in foreign aid. In 1 year, let's say if he kept that spending up, let's say it's 15 and 16, but let's say it's 15. In 10 months, 15 billion times 10, the remainder of the year. Come on, man. Come on. All I'm telling y'all is we didn't get that. We didn't get that. Somalia is 3 times Somalia got bombed in the last month. I want y'all to understand this. In the last 3 months, three in a month, Somalia has been bombed 3 times in 1 month. We still haven't gotten the Epstein files. We got damn near everybody that's in one of those appointees. I don't even Tulsi hasn't been presented with anything yet. Tulsi has presented with us for me to go, this way she fucked up too. But right now it's not looking good for this administration, month one. Somebody said they hope that Trump vetoed with the spending with the extra. This year is supposed to be 328 billion added to the deficit. Next year 294 or something like that, and the year after that like 284. Supposedly like a 5 to 10 year plan. Okay? It's where are the wins? I'm saying this not because I want us to be so-called black-pilled. I'm saying this because I see the sleight of hand. I see them presenting one thing as wins, but if you don't look at C-SPAN and you don't see that Massey was the only one, like the biggest win they saying is Doge. But if we don't go, whatever waste that Doge finds and fraud, if that doesn't go back to the American people because if it's tax dollars, I think it should go back. But if they go, oh, we're going to pay down the deficit. Okay, if you're saying you're going to pay down the deficit, which is at 2 trillion, no bullshit, right? You're going to pay down the deficit, but you're going to keep increasing the debt ceiling. That doesn't pay down the deficit. We got to be honest about the wins and not give the wins right back. We got to be honest about absolutely not. Pam Bondi, she 1000% botched that Epstein situation. And I am of the belief that A, all of that shit is already gone and destroyed. That's a dangling carrot. Or B, even if it does exist, you're not going to see it because if there's any truth to the argument that Jeffrey Epstein was a Mossad and or Israeli intelligence asset, it implicates too many current powerful heads of state and political leaders, so-called leaders in the state of Israel and some of our so-called allies. So that's never the fuck coming out. So they're going to fucking blame it on, oh, the FBI admit they did it and they whatever. And then you're going to allow that head of the FBI in New York to resign. Or we're going to fire you. We don't give a fuck about firing somebody because they're going to leave with their pension. We as solutionaries have to be objective. And if you are MAGA, you got to be honest about this. If you are America first, you got to be honest about this. Do not allow, because we like our guy, I like Trump. Everybody liked Trump over Kamala. Duh. But what if they took advantage of that to make sure that everybody was like, well, we voted for this. Well, this is our guy. So we stop holding their feet to the fire because that's our guy. What if? What if? That's my question for everybody tonight. Anyway, guys, Maj Toure here. You are watching the Maj Toure Show. We streaming nightly again, baby. We're streaming nightly again, baby. I'll see y'all. YouTube.com/Maj Toure. Share this. Share it no matter what platform you're watching. And again, guys, we're going to ask everybody to support the work. Support the work. If you got any value from the show tonight, obviously I want to see y'all tomorrow, Monday, Friday. Same time, same channel. Remember that? Batman, same bat time, same bat channel, right? See you here tomorrow. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but it'll be something. And we're going to leave with solutions and things to think about and ways to support the work. That's where you guys can go support. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary. Now, here's the thing. I need everybody to do me a huge favor. 1, support the work. Duh. If you can be a $100 donor, we need about 420, I think, more donors at the $100 level. I am trapped in the RV. If you can't tell, I'm in our RV. This is the one that we travel around the country doing classes, all that other good stuff. I'm in here, can only leave to wash clothes and get groceries once a week. I'm in here to do the fundraising. We have a $75,000 donor. Somebody's going to give us $75,000. If we raise $75,000, we buy the Solutionary Center. That's what I'm here for. You being a $100 donor, the remaining 420 that we need helps that happen. Do that at givesendgo.com/solutionary. If you can't give at the $100 level, give it whatever level you can. Every donation over $10 or more, every single one, we're going to send you access, to 28 days of gun history facts that was put together by Ron DeMary, an amazing, amazing, amazing person, amazing, amazing, amazing content. We want to do that for everybody that supports. Guido says, hopefully you have good air freshener. No, I open the windows though. Saying this to say, guys, support the work. I'm able to continue to stream because I'm trapped in the RV, but we gotta get as much of this done as possible. It's very, very important. So givesendgo.com/solutionary. Be a $100 donor. You get access to the Solutionary 9 premium membership, all of the online classes, all of the curriculums. You schedule those at your leisure. Workout routines, shooting drills, macro, meal plans. You get a link, your own personalized link to sell the Black Guns Matter merch and take a 15% commission on all of the sales. You get access to the Solutionary 9 Telegram group. There's shooters in there. There's gardeners in there. There's homesteaders in there. There's doctors in there. Thousands of people across the country helping out with work. That comes to everybody that donates at the $100 level. Please, guys, do that. GiveSendGo.com/solutionary at the $100 level to get access to all of the things that I just named. Or if you can't give at the $100 level, give at whatever level you can. And lastly, I'm going to ask everybody to repost this on whatever platform you're watching it. Copy the link, whatever platform you frequent the most. Paste that link. Share it all over the place. At me in it, and I will make sure to repost you as well. That costs you nothing. If you want to be a donor over $10, givesendgo.com/solutionary. That's for the less expensive. And the premium is access to the membership. Donate at the $100 level or more. Thank you all for tapping in tonight. I will see you all tomorrow evening for the next episode of the Maj 2 Ray Show. Be safe, be solutionary.